everybody. This is thank you to our hosts. Happy fucking Pride. Woo! It's really nice to be here and like be out without my mask. It's crazy. But enough about that. I guess I'm gonna start this with talking about my mother. A few people here have met my general mother named Emily. She's a sweet woman, but also terrifying. And I say that because I start this with when my brother was younger, and he's my half-brother, so this is her stepson. He was having pancakes, and he put a bunch of syrup on the pancakes, and my mom said to him, Ale, you better eat all of that syrup. And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. He finished the pancakes, and there was a pool of syrup, and my mother made him eat it. And so, like, she did that to someone who was not her child. And then to me, one of my very first memories, I have two first memories. One of them is, we had like this big like swivel armchair across from the TV, and she would put on Rugrats or Doug, which was like my favorite show at the time. Also tells you how old I am. And she would then turn the chair to face the wall with it on and would say, I will turn you around once you stop crying. She did this to me when I was 3. So you can see why I'm very obedient and do everything anyone says. My second memory is when I was little, I would get really, really excited about my underwear. And I would run around, instead of saying hi to the other children on the playground, I would just run up to them and lift up my skirt and go, "Hello, Mermaid!" or Jasmine, or whatever like Disney character was on my crotch. Which is like every parent's nightmare, to just have their child running around being like, "Wait!" But I remember sitting in like the cart at Kids R Us, and like my mom holding up a package of underwear saying, "I will only buy this for you if you promise not to show people your underwear." And it's like hysterically crying, like, "I won't!" So like my first memories are just like my mom yelling at me. But like now she's like a very, very sweet, like the sweetest woman. Now in her like old age, she very supportive of me and my sexuality, and like wears like, she came at like, I used to work for the city of New York. Yes. And she, for 2 years ago for the Pride Parade, like they were like, city employees can march with the mayor, and my mom was like, I'd like to march with you in the parade. And she's like 67 years old marching in the parade, and she was just like so happy and cheering, and she'll wear like her little rainbow bracelet, and she's like so happy. And like if I had told her about the show tonight, she would have been here, but I wanted to shit all over her instead. Sorry, Mom, love you. Thank you for pushing me out of your vagina. But speaking of like my family, they're very supportive, like all of them are, to the point where a couple of years ago my uncle had a football game and we all went, except my uncle is a referee. So like there was like me, my gay auntie, and my mom, and I all sitting watching the ref at a football game. None of us know shit about football, but we were all like, yeah, go Richie. Someone was like, good call, ref. And I was like, that's my uncle. Yes. But my mom also like subtly shamed me, such as one time I was talking to her and I was like mentioning someone I dated, and she just goes, and it's like this, her like inflection doesn't change, her tone stays the same, like, so she's also kind of terrified because she'll just like, she doesn't yell, it's just like the tone shifts and it's also terrifying. She just goes to me, "Is she white?" And I was just like, wow, I just got dragged over the phone by my mother. And I was like, yes, and she just went, "Thanks, Mom, thank you so much." But I've been trying to like do some ancestral healing, and one thing that I've been doing lately is I'm like doing inner child work, and one thing that I've been doing is like whenever I drink rum, and I'm Puerto Rican, my pants come off. So like connecting to my ancestors, connecting to my roots, connecting with that inner child that just wants to show her underwear to everybody. But I also think, speaking of like ancestors, and everyone always talks about how like Caribbean people or Puerto Rican people, Dominican people are all like a mixture of like indigenous, Spanish, and African. And when I got my ancestry DNA results, it said that. I was like, cool, do that. But one thing that I've noticed is that like I feel as though every time, and maybe this is my mother too, anytime I like date a white person, my like ancestors like, no, she was so close. Come back. I'm like, I can't help it. It's like my trauma. I'm trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, it's hard out here, man. It's just hard. It's hard at all. I've been like intentionally single for 3.5 years, and people are always like, lying. And I'm like, well, I kind of had like an epiphany. I was like, A, I don't want to get married. B, I don't want to have kids. Like, I have no desire to be pregnant. Like, pregnancy freaks me out. Childbirth, like, no. Nothing is coming out of here. Sorry. And I also like, I think I'm not monogamous, which is cool. But I think I've just like finally stepped into my power of who I'm going to be, and I am going to be the rich gay auntie to all of the kids. I'm gonna be like, look, if you want to smoke weed, I got you. Because the first time should be with someone you trust.
That's right.
Tell them that like smearing off ice, not the way to go. So yeah, so if you have, if you're looking for a rich gay auntie,